I have been working very hard trying to prove that the author of those ransom letters in the Nancy Guthrie case were authored by Jonathan Lee Riches, also known as JLR Investigates. I asked AI if JLR or Jonathan Lee Riches has ever used the word perished. And here's what it had to say.
Yes, Jonathan Lee Riches has frequently used the word perished in his voluminous and highly eccentric legal filings. As a famous serial litigant who has filed thousands of lawsuits in U.S. federal courts, Riches is notorious for writing dramatic, bizarre, and intentionally grandiose prose. Paste Magazine. +4. Where and how he uses the word. He commonly utilizes perished or variations of it, such as perish when crafting surreal narratives for his lawsuits. Examples of his usage include fictional and historical catastrophes. In his lawsuits targeting historical figures, empires, and fictional characters, like the Roman Empire or the Hobbit, he frequently describes how people or civilizations perished under their actions. Hyperbolic personal threats. He routinely files injunctions claiming he is in imminent danger from fellow inmates, aliens, or global conspiracies, often alleging that his life will perish if the court does not intervene. True crime commentary. In his recent role as a true crime live streamer and content creator under the handle JLR Investigates, he regularly covers tragic missing persons cases and high-profile deaths. He heavily utilizes dramatic vocabulary, including the word perished, when discussing victims or speculating about crime scene outcomes online.
Now that is just the tip of the iceberg. I also found a post where he's pointing at a path and he says, going on a 5-mile nature walk. Now that is just the tip of the iceberg of what I have. I've been sending copies of Jonathan Lee Riches' handwritten lawsuits, which he left us over 4,000 of, to compare to the ransom notes in the Nancy Guthrie case, and the similarities are mind-blowing. Starting with, in the ransom notes, the word receive was spelt wrong twice. Well, Jonathan Lee Riches also misspells the word receive. The capital letters in the middle of the sentences, the long run on sentences, the misuse of commas, the way he expresses himself. One minute he sounds like a professional, next minute he gets real down to earth. I'm telling you guys, nobody will listen to me. Pima County said they aren't taking tips in Nancy Guthrie case anymore and referred me to the FBI. I called the FBI and I was on hold a ridiculous amount of time, and the lady that took my call was rude from the moment she said hello. She didn't want the receipts that I had, and so I am reaching out to anybody that will listen, anybody that can get this amplified to the right people.